There's one ritual that the elites use, that the wealthy use, and they all use, and that is orgasm. This was a ritual. I was taught very specifically the energetic power of orgasm. And there's two ways to release that power. First is to give yourself an orgasm through masturbation. Secondly is to have an orgasm with someone else. And when you have an orgasm with someone else, if you both have an orgasm at the same time, the energy is infinitely bigger. What happens when you have an orgasm, a physical orgasm? And there's a difference, as you know, between, let's say, with a male, ejaculation and orgasm. There's a difference. You can have an ejaculation, but not necessarily an orgasm. You can have an orgasm, but not necessarily ejaculate. So when you have both the physical release as well as we'll call it the emotional, it's more spiritual, release of orgasm, you connect on a frequency that goes above the physical into various dimensions. At the top, vibratory dimension, which is the highest or lightest or less dense, is really the best way to describe it. There is a veil, and above the veil, there's nothing. It's called the static, sometimes called oneness, and sometimes God. But this is the oneness. This is the universal connected static. It doesn't have waves. It doesn't have matter, energy, space, or time. And when you have this orgasm, you connect, you actually pierce the veil, and you leave the world or the illusion of duality, and you have a connectedness to all that is. But it is not just an emotional feeling, it's an experience that surpasses all human understanding. And those who come from a Christian tradition, it actually says that in the Bible. So the ritual that we were trained in was to enjoy and have orgasm. The ultimate is to help the other person enjoy and have orgasm as well, and to experience it at the same time. It doesn't happen most of the time. It happens sometimes, but that when it does, you're at that highest level. And in that state of oneness, this is where you plant the seed of your desire, of what you want to create or manifest in life. So before we go into the act of sexual experience where we're going to hopefully lead to orgasm, we think of it's a ritual. I'm doing this, yes, for pleasure. I'm doing this to pleasure my partner, but I'm also doing this as a ritual to plant the seed into the universe, not just to benefit myself, but to benefit the whole. That's the ritual that we're taught.